name is Bruce Holloman, and I am the Deputy Director for the State Office of Emergency Management. I've been a part of the state's emergency management office for over 8 years now. I've always had a strong desire to serve the community. I was in the military for 24 years. During that time, I saw many instances where people were impacted by disasters and needed help. And upon retiring from the Army, I saw this as a great opportunity to continue my ability to serve. As you might imagine, it's pretty complicated. The first step is to understand the state, which means know about its geography, its climate, know about the demographics of the population, where they are, what kind of environment they are living in, whether that be on the eastern plains or up in the mountains, in the cities, or in very small rural communities. Once you understand the state, you need to then understand the threats. Then you have to know what kind of capabilities you have. How well are you able to deal with the problems that you might have to face? Once you have that, you then need to be able to write plans and then conduct operations to respond to any of those emergencies that you might have. And of course, once that has all happened, you have to be able to engage in the recovery process. Well, of course, gathering all that information that I talked about is difficult. It involves a lot of people, a lot of scientists, a lot of looking back at our history. We partner with a lot of the other state offices, like the Office of Demography for the demographic data. The challenges are then in getting the right partners to the table to come and help you do the planning. People are pretty complacent a lot of times. They don't see that they're going to be affected by hazards, so sometimes their willingness to invest the time in a planning process isn't so great, so we're challenged by getting them to the table. Well, I think the best parts of my job are getting to go out and work with all the local communities, being able to build relationships and partnerships with the county and municipal governments, the nonprofit organizations, and a lot of our private sector partners that have a lot of capability that we can use when we're in a disaster situation. So I think that's probably the best aspect of that. The individual level, I think it's important that people understand their surroundings, understand the conditions that they live in or that they're going into, be that to go on a hike in the mountains or going as a tourist somewhere. Be aware of your surroundings. Know that conditions can change. Be prepared for that. At home or in your car, to make sure you have some supplies. Make sure you have a plan with your family about what you're going to do in an emergency situation. Talk with your children about that. And those are probably the key steps. Don't be complacent and think nothing ever happens. Just as we ask individuals to have a safety plan, the state and the counties and cities all are working on safety. There's a lot of effort going into the planning process. We've identified all kinds of hazards and we're taking measures to reduce those hazards every day. We understand how we're going to respond to emergencies, and especially after 2013 and all those floods, we have a really good idea of what it's going to take to recover from these large disasters. Be confident we're working on the problem.